Good morning, lecturer. It's a great pleasure for me to be here today. Before I start this presentation, I'd like to introduce myself and my teammates. I'm Tan Yula from Group 2, and I'm here with Huang Yongjin and Pilak. We have collaborated to research and prepare a presentation on the topic of hacking. First, I would like to define the word hacking. Hacking is the act of compromising digital devices and networks through unauthorized access to an account or computer system. Hacking is not always a malicious act, but it is more associated with illegal activities and data theft by cyber criminals. Next, I will show you three types of hacking. The first is ethical hacking, as known as white hat hacking. Ethical hacking refers to the practice of intentionally probing computer systems, networks, and software applications for security vulnerabilities. Ethical hackers conduct these activities with proper authorizations and for legitimate purposes. The primary goals of ethical hacking is to identify weaknesses in a system's defenses so that organizations can patch or strengthen them before malicious hackers exploit these vulnerabilities. Besides, we have malicious hacking, also can call as black hat hacking, which is the opposite of white hat hacking that we mentioned just now. Malicious hacking, also known as black hat hacking, involves unauthorized intrusions into computer systems, networks, or applications for illegal or unethical purpose. Malicious hackers aim to gain unauthorized access, steal sensitive data, cause damage, or disrupt the normal functioning of system. Their intentions are often criminal in nature. After that, we have phishing. Phishing is a type of cyber attack where attackers use deceptive tactics, typically via email, to trick individuals into revealing sensitive information such as passwords, credit card numbers, or personal data. The goal of phishing is to obtain confidential information that can be used for financial fraud, identity thieves, or other malicious purposes. Now, I would like to move on to examples of hacking. First, email phishing attack. For instance, someone sends an email that looks real, but is designed to steal your login information when you click on the link in the email. It often involves creating emails that imitate trusted entities like banks or government organizations. To defend against this, we must never click on any links in email and test unless you were expecting them. We must always confirm the validity of the email with the sender before you click on the link or download a file. Next, we have ransomware infections. To give you an image, a user unknowingly downloads a malicious attachment from an email. The attachment contains ransomware, which encrypts the user's file and demands a payment, usually in cryptocurrency, in exchange for the description key. So, to defend against this, we need to keep our antivirus software up to date, avoid suspicious downloads, and only download software or files from trusted source. After that, I will talk about brute force attacks. Brute force attacks involve systematically attempting all possible combinations of passwords or encryption key until the correct one is found. While time-consuming, these attacks can be successful if passwords are weak or poorly protected. To defend against this, we need to enforce a strong password policies, including complex and regularly updated passwords. We also recommend to use multi-factor authentications (MFA) to add an additional layers of security such as Face ID and fingerprint. Keyloggers. Keyloggers are malware programs that record keystrokes on a victim's computer, capturing sensitive information like passwords. So, to defend against this, We must use reputable antivirus software to detect and remove malware. We also need to be cautious when downloading and installing software from untrusted sources. Last example for me is drive-by downloads. Drive-by downloads occurs when malicious software is automatically downloaded and installed on a user's device without their knowledge or consent. Attackers exploit vulnerabilities in browsers or plugins. To defend against this, we need to keep our browsers and plugins updated and use security software. So that's all for my present.
Then we see new about hacking together. Not long ago, a major hacking incident occurrence resulted in the theft of 19 billion ringgit from a company in Batu Pahat. The hackers successfully breached the company's security measure and gained intelligent access to the company's bank account. Hackers exploited vulnerabilities in the system and stole a staggering 19 billion ringgit. After the breach was discovered, the company launched an investigation with law enforcement agencies to prevent future intelligent access and security compromised accounts. The incident raised concern about cybersecurity and the security of digital financial transactions. Firstly, the ethical issue from this news is illegal access. According to the news, hackers broke into companies' bank account and transferred funds to unknown account. It is illegal and unethical for hackers to gain unauthorized access to company system. The action of hackers violates the principle of unauthorized access to company system and data. Secondly, invasion of privacy. Hacker has mastered the company's bank account information, which has severely affected the company's privacy and security. In addition, they also pose a great threat to the privacy and security of the company's employees and customers, because hackers may have obtained a large amount of personal data and information from company systems. For example, my card number, email address, and phone numbers. Hackers may use this data to conduct fraud or sell personal information for further financial gains, resulting in the leak of personal data of employees and customers. Theft. Hackers illegally log into company accounts to steal a large amount of money. The hacker actions are dishonest because they obtain financial information and found out illegally means. Besides that, the hacker behavior are very selfish and irresponsible because the hacker gains financially at the expense of company, causing the company to face financial loss. Lastly, waste of integrity. Hacking violates fundamental principles of business and professional ethics, such as integrity, fair competition, and impartiality. Hacking is an unfair way to compete. It is clear an unfair competing far for recommended competitors. The activity of hackers destabilizes the corporate market because the company's reputation will be damaged. Investors and consumers will lose confidence in the company, leading to the reduction in investment.
Hi, my name is Tilak Shanmugam. My ID is 1181200642. Today I'm going to present about my conclusion. It's my part about a conclusion of hacking incident involving in Batu Pahat company. Is has several ethical issues that deserve attention and a reflection. First is illegal access. Unauthorized interaction into computer system and data unquestionably illegal and unethical. It violates the principle of respecting the privacy and the security of individuals and organizations. In this case, the company's employee, customer, and business partners may have had their personal data compromised, leading to privacy breach and a potential harm. Next is theft. Theft is hacking for the purpose of stealing large sums of money is both illegal and unethical. in constitution thief and frauds as the hacker obtained financially information and funds through illegal means, such as actions are not only dishonest but also selfish and irresponsibility, causing insignificant financial loss to the affected company. Uh, Third is breach of integrity. Breach of integrity, hacking undermines fundamental principle of business and professional ethics, including integrity, fair competitions, and impunity. Hacking disrupts fair competition for providing an unfair advantages to those who engage in illegal activities. It's damage a company's reputations, erode investor and consumer trust, and destability markets, leading to negativity consequence for the both the affected leading for organizations and the board business community. Next is next is how to prevent this. How to prevent what I mean, how to prevent the ethical issues from how to prevent this ethical issue. Prioritize cyber security. Invest in robust security measures to protect sensitive data and financial assets. Regularly update software, employee encryption technologies, and conduct security audits to identify and rectify vulnerabilities. Next is educate employees. Educate employees, raise awareness about potential cyber threats among employee and provides training to best practice for online safety. Employees should be well informed about the importance of data security and their role in maintaining it. Third is collaborate with authorized report cyber attacks to law enforcement agency promptly to investigate intensive investigations and track down hackers. Cooperation with authorized is critical in holding cyber criminals accountable for their actions. The fourth is strength legal frameworks. Strength legal frameworks advocate from strong legal frameworks and regulations that deter cyber criminal activities and impose several penalties for hacking and data breach. Thank you.